There's an emotional cost of a disconnected generation, and we don't realize how deep this runs. We think estrangement is just about family fights or parents and children not talking, but it's so much bigger than that. We're living through a mental health crisis that didn't appear out of nowhere. Depression, anxiety, suicide is at the highest levels it's ever been. And yes, there are many reasons, but one of the biggest, least talked about is human and love disconnection. It's created a generation that's emotionally starving and fragile, a generation that's being told independence means isolation, that you don't need anyone, that family is optional, that if someone hurts you, you cut them off. And then we wonder why people are so lonely, angry, and depressed. When you remove family, you remove the foundation. You remove the place where people learn forgiveness, patience, resilience, love that isn't performative. You remove belonging. And once belonging is gone, identity becomes unstable. People start attaching themselves to trends and communities online and anything that fills the gap. But it never truly fills it. It just distracts them from the ache. And yes, emotional regulation starts in childhood through connection. When a child feels safe, seen, and loved, they learn to regulate emotion. And when that bond is broken, whether through trauma, neglect, or this new culture of cutting them off, that regulation disappears. And now we have adults who can't sit with that discomfort, who shut down or explode when life gets hard. And then they call it a mental illness, but a lot of it is just emotional starvation. And you have to think about it. We're the most connected generation online, yet the most disconnected generation in real life. People are scrolling for hours a day, comparing their lives, chasing validation, pretending they're healed while silently falling apart inside. And then they post about protecting their peace while crying themselves to sleep. Because peace doesn't come from cutting everyone out. It comes from connection and love. And everywhere you look, people are breaking. Young adults in their 20s and 30s are medicated, lonely, lost. Parents are grieving their living children. Children are carrying unresolved resentment instead of understanding. And society keeps cheering this on like it's growth. And this is emotional extinction. It's raising generations that don't know how to repair, how to apologize, how to sit in discomfort, how to communicate effectively, how to rebuild trust. They know how to leave, they know how to block, how to disappear, but not how to heal. And that's why rates are climbing, because you can't medicate what's missing when what's missing is a human connection. It's not all hopeless. But it does take courage to talk again, to reach out again, to love again, even when it hurts, because real healing is found in repairing the bonds that shaped us, even if it takes time, even if it means forgiving people who didn't know better. And you can't keep labeling everything as toxic just because it's imperfect or replacing connection with content. If we want to stop this emotional crisis, we have to start at home. We have to rebuild where the break even started, because every healed family creates a ripple, and that ripple might be the very thing that saves the next generation from falling apart.